This question might sound terrifying. What if tomorrow the sun simply collapsed into a black hole? Would Earth be torn apart instantly? Would we be sucked into darkness, spiraling into doom? Let's not panic yet. A black hole with the mass of the sun would have an event horizon just about 3 kilometers wide. That's smaller than Mount Everest. Compare that to the sun's current radius of about 700,000 kilometers. So our star would shrink from a blazing ball of plasma to a pitch-black sphere smaller than a small city. A pitch-black sphere in the center of the solar system. Now here's the first surprising part. Earth's orbit wouldn't change at all. Gravity depends on mass, not on size. As long as the black hole has the same mass as the sun and stays in the same position, Earth would keep circling it every 365 days. We wouldn't spiral inward, no sudden tug, just business as usual, gravitationally speaking, but of course, there's a catch. Without the sun's light and heat, Earth would instantly plunge into night. Within a week, the global average surface temperature would drop below -20 degrees Celsius. Within a week, rapid surface cooling scenes. Within a year, the atmosphere itself would start freezing out. First carbon dioxide, then nitrogen, then eventually even oxygen would condense into snow and fall onto the ground. Our oceans would turn into thick ice sheets, locking most of the water away. Dark frozen seas stretching to the horizon. Only one small refuge would remain: geothermal energy. Deep underground near hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, life could survive for millions of years. Humanity, if prepared, could burrow into nuclear or geothermal-powered bunkers, but the surface would quickly become uninhabitable. What about the night sky? Well, technically we'd see the black hole, not directly, but via gravitational lensing. Starlight behind it would be distorted, warping into eerie rings known as Einstein rings. Instead of a glowing sun, we'd have a creepy patch of distorted space in the sky. And what about the solar system? Planets would keep orbiting normally, but without solar radiation, the outer planets would turn into frozen, airless worlds. The only real glow would come from Jupiter's faint heat and Saturn's infrared emission. Asteroids, comets, everything would keep circling a black void at the center. One more scientific twist. If you got too close to the new sun, tidal forces would stretch you into spaghetti, literally. But Earth is far enough away, at 150 million kilometers, that we're safe from spaghettification. Our problem isn't gravity, it's the lack of sunlight. Life on the surface would freeze, ecosystems would collapse, and our once bright skies would be dominated by a dark lens of warped starlight. So, to sum it up, replacing the sun with a black hole of the same mass wouldn't destroy Earth's orbit. We wouldn't get sucked in, but life on the surface would freeze. Gravity wouldn't kill us. Darkness and cold would. Fact, mass matters more than size for orbital motion. Fact, the event horizon would be tiny, only a few kilometers across. Fact, life could persist underground around heat sources. Surface life would end relatively quickly. Subsurface ecosystems could last far longer. Geothermal and chemosynthetic life could endure for millions of years. If humans planned ahead, nuclear and geothermal bunkers could provide limited survival options. Agriculture would move indoors under artificial light, recycling systems would be essential. But remember, this is a thought experiment, physically implausible on human timescales. The sun won't just vanish tomorrow. Tiny event horizon, same gravity, frozen Earth, warped sky, subsurface refuge. A different solar system, quiet and cold. Note, a real stellar collapse would be messy. Mass loss, radiation, and ejecta could change things. This scenario assumes a clean replacement with identical mass, a simplification for clarity. In short, gravity wouldn't kill us. Darkness and cold would. But pockets of life could persist in the deep, powered from within the planet. If you enjoyed this thought experiment, like and subscribe for more space science videos. What would you want to survive in a frozen world? Sources: astrophysics textbooks, peer-reviewed articles on black holes and planetary climate models. See description for links. Thanks for watching.